What's that, Skip? Seano's talking about Supercoach again. Let's go. G'day everybody, it's Seano again and we're back with some more Supercoach content. Today we're going to do our round 10 review video. So we're going to get on with it, but before we do, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment down below. Now let's get on and see how we did. Okay, this week we got a score of 2,428. Not too bad, that's up 15,736 places from last week's round score. So a round score of 2,700, not bad when there's 190,000 teams in the competition, so we're very happy with that. The actual score is not much higher than last week, but obviously this was a bit of a rough week around the competition, and so we did what we wanted to do. We've kept a nice average score, and it's allowed us to jump up quite a lot. So now our total score is 22,143. Our season rank is 2,360. This is up 1,710 spaces, which is very nice. Last week we dropped about 600, I believe. The week before we went up about 300. So this is a big jump for us, which we really like. Okay, and how do we go in our leagues? I think we did the usual. We won 3 and lost 1. That's what I say every week, right, guys? But anyway, let's move on and see how the team went. All right. So last week, the back line was the one that really performed. This week, the back line didn't really perform as well as they did last week anyway. So Whitfield 109, that's good. We'll take it. Zorko 99. You know, if that's his down game, we'll take that too. Not too bad. 144, Dale is paying off now. He's giving us the scores that we bought him for. He's got a nice run to the end of the season. I think hopefully he's back up. He got down less than 500k. Now he's up over 500k again. So we're doing quite well, Dale. I'm glad he's actually decided to perform a little bit. Robert's down a little bit with 84, but we'll live with it. Reed 75. He's back to doing what rookies do, but we'll take that every day of the week. And Trainer 52 with how risky our rookies on field have been, we'll take that too. We did have 2 playing rookies on the bench, which is nice. Carroll 31, on his comeback, we kind of hoped he'd get a few more points, but so be it. And Sard was looking magnificent. He had 47 at half time, and he gets subbed off. So that would have been a nice score that could have kicked his cash gen in the backside, and instead he gets subbed off. So a bit disappointed there. When we think a bit of cash gen's coming, gets taken away from us, right, crew? Anyway, in the midfield's looking a bit bare as well. 99 by Brayshaw, got a hard Bedford tag. So we're saying Bedford's one of the better taggers, if not the best in the league at the moment. And it was looking pretty bad for Brayshaw, I have to say, but he had a decent second half, which got him up to 99. So we'll definitely take that. 95 with Dacos. Obviously, we're hoping that Dacos is going to, get a bit of a comeback soon and get some big scores. Sheasel, that new role, we don't love it. We actually hate it. So you can take him from the back line. He's playing a bit of midfield forward. We don't like it. And there's bigger problems in the team, but that could be a problem for a player that we paid 600k for. We don't want them getting 77s too often. Hopefully this is just a outlier, not a regular score. Water 126, this is good. This is why we got him in. He's gone up like 60k, 70k since we bought him in, so that's very nice. Sinclair 131, very good. A lot of people would have got Sinclair in this week. Well done. We've had him for a few weeks, but nice score there. Marriage 85. Well, the Eagles actually won, which is another reason I'm in a good mood today. We had a good score, good rank change, and the Eagles won. So, happy Seano today. You can't expect Marriage to get a huge score when the Eagles win, because he gets most of it from kick-ins and running around the back line. So all that time was actually spent up the forward line, the St Kilda forward line. So he's not going to get his hands on the ball, which is one thing with the Eagles. If they get smashed, you kind of expect Marriage to have a big score. Ashcroft 68. I mean, not bad. That's what rookies do. Lindsay, 67, not bad. That's what rookies do. We'll take them both. Could have been a lot worse. Could have had Kako over there on the field, got 32. Husway didn't play. Henderson didn't play. Sherry, our big recruit from last week, comes out, smacks 150 and gives us the captain score. That's very nice of him to do that for us. So it was an easy captain score. We're not going to... Supercoach is thinking about doing Supercoach things. There we go. So, yep, that was not bad. We got the two big boys in the ruck we're pretty happy with now. Bailey Smith, 119 for max score. Not bad, not bad. Bailey Smith, 156. Petrarca, 94. Rackety, 90. McRae, 77. It's a bit down in a losing game, but I'm not too worried. He just did get that 160 a couple of weeks ago, so he can still do it. Caleb Daniel has gone back to the defensive seagull role. Sheasel's not there, and now he's the seagull role with a 97, so he's kind of back. And Hewitt looked like he was going to get a very low score. I think at halftime he was only on like 13 or 14 points, and he managed to get a 57 in the end. Eagles had a full four-quarter match where they played very nicely. Hewitt is yet to have a full 4 quarters so far. Cleary, 58, very nice. Cooper Simpson, we went early on Cooper Simpson. After seeing the team sheets, we were a bit scared about Boxall being the emergency or being dropped altogether, and that's exactly what happened. So the reason I thought that might happen is they brought in Mason Wood and put him straight in the midfield on the field in the team sheets, which didn't really leave a place for Boxall. If you had followed me on X, you would have seen my last minute trades, and I would have told you that I was a bit worried about Boxall and I was going for Cooper Simpson. So if you'd like to follow me on X, that would be great. If you're liking this video so far and you want to hit that subscribe and give me a thumbs up, that would be awesome, and leave a comment down below. Did you go early on Simpson? So I'm pretty happy with that. We got a rookie that's actually making some money, and he got a reasonable score, so we're happy there. And Marshall, got him a few weeks ago for this exact reason. Look at this beautiful score, 179. It's like a big diamond down there at the bottom of the page. This is exactly why we got him. Last year, he showed he had a huge ceiling. He smacked out a couple of 160s in a row. I was like, well, there's always a chance that I can buy this 470k player and he'll get it smack out of 160, and it's exactly what he's done. He's hit a 179, and some people, I know a few of my league friends got him in for TDK this week, so they were very happy. But if you decided to keep TDK, I mean, that's a big score that he just like smashed up. He's almost the same price as TDK now, and he's well on the way to back to getting his back to 600k. It's where he started the season with a break even of only 41. So overall, as you can see, there's a few. Most of the scores were pretty average, with a few big ones in there. Like, we're still yet to have a week where the entire team goes boom and all our big players smash big scores. That might not happen the whole season, or we might get it done sooner or later. That's the luck of Supercoach. So not too bad. We're pretty happy the Eagles won, happy with the team. So when it comes to the king and the joker of the team this week, we're going to give the king to Marshall. Cheap recruit. We got him at 470 and he smashed down to 179. Can't ask for much of that. A bit hard luck on Sherry in his first week. In the first week recruit smashed out a big captain score. But I don't think 179, that's just ridiculous. And it might be the highest score round. I'm not sure of that. The highest score of the round. But pretty nice. And as I was watching the Eagles play St Kilda, I was loving the fact that the Eagles were winning, and I was loving the fact that watching Marshall's score just kept on climbing and climbing and climbing. He seemed to be everywhere. All right, so that's the king of the week. The joker of the week, I think, is a little bit harder. The joker, there's no one really made me laugh. A few players tried to make me cry. I think the joker of the team, I think we're going to pick, not as a player, but as the coach. The old coach down there at Essendon, I mean, give us a break. Sard plays half a game and gets 47 and then gets subbed out. Let the man play a whole game. He played like 5, I think he's played 6 games and he's been sub 5 out of the 6. Give the man a break, let him play the game. So the Joker, we're kind of taking a swing at the coach instead of the player. He did very well for his 47 of half time, so I'm not unhappy with him, but I'm pretty unhappy with the coach. Screwed our cash gen, and not a happy camper. All right, let's move on for a quick who are we thinking about for trades this week? So I think for me personally, we'll do the trades for my team. If you want to keep an eye out for who I think are the best downgrades and the best upgrades for the entire community, keep an eye out for my trade video, which will probably come out tomorrow. Trade talk. So we'll go through all the players that all the rookies we're targeting for the community and all the upgrades that are good to target for this week. For me personally, my team, I think I've got 2 options. One option is don't trade, which is almost unheard of in the Seano Supercoach playbook. And the other one is this. So if we went don't trade, it's because we already went early on Cooper Simpson, and we're not seeing. If we have a quick look, as for cash cows, there's not much option out there. I think there's basically pretty much 3, and then the 3 here. You got Jed Booz, which I don't like very much because I don't know about his job security. A lot of people have been saying at Geelong he's not in the best 22. When Tom Stewart or a few others come back, he gets kicked out. So if I knew he had job security, I'd think about it, but he is also at this elevated price. So I understand if you're going there, but I don't love it. I haven't heard anything to make me think that he's got great job security. Cooper Simpson, I think he's your number 1 pick of the week. He's played 2 weeks now. He's played 2 full games. He's got 2 reasonable scores. He's a forward, but he's playing in the back line at Freo, so he's got more chance of like seagulling a few kicks and a few handballs in that back line. If he's named and you don't already have him, I think he is the rookie for this week. I think he's the one that you want, and I feel like he's the safest of potentially not being a sub. Freo seem to like to make a midfielder like Erasmus the sub. So Cooper Simpson, run around the back line. I don't know of anybody coming back. Maybe if you're a Freo supporter and you know someone's coming back, which is going to kick him out of the team, you can let me know in the comments. But, seems like the number 1 rookie to me this week. Now, Dante's peak, he playing in the ruck for full-time ruck for Port Adelaide for Mr. Sweet. Again, I'm not sure of his job security. You're going to have to be pretty confident on his job security because he plays this week and he could go up about, 43k, but then he's got the bye the week after. So he definitely wouldn't be putting him at R2, wouldn't be doing any crazy moves like that. But if you need someone in your flex and you think he can make you some money and you seem to think he's going to play for the next few weeks, if you got this 139 projected season change, you'd be pretty happy. I'm just not too sure of his job security, so I won't be going there. Even though if he continues to be the first ruck, he can smash out. We know how rucks that play the whole game by themselves go. Look at the Flynn type of manoeuvre. And so he could work out for the people who are going there. If people are dropping TDK and their flex down to him, depending on how long TDK is going to be out, not too sure. Pitnett played a pretty good game. I'm not too sure if that means he gets to keep his spot in the team. Maybe it's a shared ruck duo. We will find out when that happens. I don't think there's anybody else there. Thinking about Hugh was made an emergency this week, so you'd only jump on him if he was named not sub in the team, and even then you'd have to worry that he will be made the sub. Don't forget the week before when he did play, he still only played 49% time on ground. Now, I don't really think there's anybody else here jumping out at me saying, there's one more, bit of a sneaky. If you thought Angus Sheldrick was going to get a bit of a run at games, which I don't think he will. I think he's a real risk of being the sub, and he is definitely subject to being booted out of the team and some of these, like if a Mills or someone comes back. But he had a good score. He got an 80. So he's got in his last 3 games, it's been a 16, a 53, and 80, and before that he got a 58. So it's not too bad. If you think he could keep this up, that 16 will drop out of his rotation, out of his score rotation this week. And if he gets a 46, he'll go up 30k. So he will make some money. He played a full game. He played okay. I'm just not too sure how secure his job security is. So that's the downgrades for the week. I don't know of any other good rookies. And not that I'd call all those good rookies, but I don't know of any others on the bubble that I would be thinking of. And then the week after that looks a bit bare. The cupboard still looks a bit bare. There's no one really jumping out the week after. Maybe Kitty Coleman, if he's someone that you're thinking about going. Might be a little bit expensive for me, but he might help you guys out if you want to, drop someone in the back line and move up. So the week after doesn't look like anyone looks like that good to me. So let's have a look for... so they're the downgrade options. We won't really go through the upgrades. Like I said, I think Shai Bolton is still really cheap. Keep an eye on my trade video if you want to know all the best upgrades and fallen premios for the week. So me personally, this is what I'm thinking. So out of all those rookies, I don't like any of those rookies. Oh, there's one other option. Okay, so this is the other option that I'm thinking of. We missed the one that we're actually thinking of. A bit cheeky, Seano. So we could, where's Hewitt? He's got a break even of 83. So if he gets 65, he's going to lose 8k. He could get 83 or he could get 33. But he's a playing rookie and he has that mid-forward DPP status, which is helping me out a lot, and he can help me out through the buys too. I believe his buy isn't too quite late, round 15. So maybe we just accept that we can lose some money on him. I mean, there's always a chance that he makes some more money. So if it's round 15, that is still 4 rounds until he has his buy. So in 4 rounds, he could re-kick his cash gen, and if we look at it, they believe that he's going to hover around this amount of cash gen. So he had a 33, then a 57. So if he gets 65 this week, he loses 8k. But then if he gets 69 the week after, he makes 9k. So as long as he can get an average of 65 for the next 2 weeks, he'll break about even. So, and then if he was to manage to get a 75 the week after and a 72, I think the way he's been playing, these scores could happen, but couldn't happen as well. We might make a little bit more money. So I think keeping him, even though he might go down money this week, is not the worst thing in the world. Yes, I could end up losing more than that. He might come out and punch out a 40 and a 50, and I'll end up losing. He might drop down to 250, which would be a little bit of a disaster to lose 40 grand. But I think having that player, we're so desperate for playing rookies at the moment. I don't really want to be adding any more zeros to the field. So at the moment, onto the bench. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3 non-playing rookies. Now, Husway has still got a low break even, but I can't see him coming back soon. So this is what we might do. We might drop Husway for the one rookie that I didn't mention. So, filters. And the reason we didn't mention him is because he's so far down. He's so far down the list of what the ones we want that we didn't even see him. So, Archer Day Wicks. Yes, he's got a break-even negative 11, but look at the scores. The scores have been terrible. 33 and a 37 is like a small forward, and I believe in that 33 he scored a goal. Did he score any goals this week? But I believe in the 33 last week he scored a goal to do it. Did he score any goals this week? No goal. 12 possessions, no goals this week. So if he gets a goal, he might be able to get a 50 or a 60. But the reason we're thinking about him was, one, we're getting a non-playing rookie off the field. Even though Huswaite has a good break even, we don't know when he's going to come back. We can even buy him back when he comes back if we think we're going to get a full game. Obviously, if he's named on the sheets this week, this won't happen, and we may drop a Hewitt or even a Henderson, even though we're liking to use Henderson as our loophole. Melbourne seem to be having a lot of late games, and to have a DPP loophole isn't such a bad thing. So let's say we go this way. It's not so much to just get a player on the field. Sorry, not on the field. We're no way we're playing Archer Day Weeks on the field. We're just getting someone who really helps with our team flexibility. He has the forward mid DPP. He also, he's playing and he might actually score some points and earn a little bit of money. But I figured having a playing rookie is better than having a non-playing rookie. So if he's named again this week, he was named on the field last week. Hopefully he gets another game. Maybe we do this, and that allows us to do. So like I said, we either do no trades or we do this trade. So I don't love this trade. I'm quite happy not to do this trade at all. But if I do this, it gives me enough money where we could just get ourselves another primo in the team. So 466, there is one player at 466 that I'm not super thrilled about, but we can afford them. All right, crew. So players we can afford. Looking down this list, I look at Matt Rowell, 464k. 85k less than what he was at the beginning of the season. Now, yes, we know owning Matt Rowell, because we did it the last 2 seasons in a row, can be a real roller coaster. But let's have a quick look. So we went and actually had a look in DFS. And so these scores, a couple of them, these ones, he had a little bit less time in the midfield, a little less time CBAs. So when he gets like 70% CBAs, these are the scores he gets. When it drops down to 60%, these are the scores he gets. So you can see he's also can go on a bit of a run, 137, 136, and he did the same last year. If we look at last year's, if we can look at how he did last year, he had a very similar run, right? So he came out and smashed 137, 155, 99, and he got 129, 135, 136, 136. So I think I bought him here last year, and then he had all these good games, and then the second half of the season turned terrible. 65, 83, 128, 94, 111, 82, 80, 82. So you can have these little stretches of low games. So I'm taking the bet, if I do this, that he's going to have one of these stretches of good games. This is going to be the beginning of a stretch of a good game. So, but we can afford him. We get a rookie off the field. I'm looking, I think, at Ashcroft. On Ashcroft's good day, on his best day, he gets 100. On his worst day, he gets 50. Rao, on his worst day, can still also, probably gets a little bit higher. Let's say give Rao a 70 or a 75 on his worst day. But on a good day, he can score 150. He can get 130, 140. If he has a massive game, he can get 150. So I actually like the look of my team like this. With Rowell in there, I do like the look of the team. I've got Levi's off the field. He was doing okay, but he doesn't have the same scoring power as Rowell. Rowell might win me my league. As we spoke about, we did win our league this week. The league is very important to me. I've half switched over to concentrating on winning my league now that we've realised that we're not going to get first place. We are still pushing to get as high as we can in the ranking, but as important as that is winning my leagues. Now, having one more player that can go boom in a round might just get me the round win, which might just trigger me in the leagues. As if we want to have a quick look this week, the league, this is the league that we care about, the league that I run, the big league. We won 2-4, 2-8, defeated 2-2-6-0 for John, who I don't know John. It's taken me into 4th place. So we're very happy with being in 4th place. Dave had another good win. Well done, Brad. Well done, Jason. We moved one above Paula this week. We jumped over the top of her in the rankings, in the ladder. So now we're in the top 4. All these 4 guys are going to be very hard to beat. All these 3 guys, 4 if you include myself. And so I want to be right there in the top 4 at the end of the season to give me the best chance of winning my league. So happy we won our league, happy the Eagles won, and happy that we jumped quite a lot of spaces. So we're going to, how are we going to set up the team this week? So vice captain and captain, we're just going to do what we're going to do every week now. Vice captain Cherry, captain Gorn. That's why we got him in, just to do this. This is going to be the vice captain show. We're not even going to think about it. There's no, should we do Dacos, should we do Brayshaw? In my trade video, we'll talk more about the vice captain and captain choices for people who don't have the same team as me, just for in general. But for me, I wouldn't go past if you put a sneaky vice captain on Smith, but I'm just sticking with the 2 good boys, the 2 big good boys. That's why we got him in, so we don't have to worry about captain choice every week. We're just doing it. Yep. Sorry, Marshall, I know you got 179, but you're up against Wits this week, and I couldn't trust you to do it every week. So that's going to be our captain and vice captain choices. We're probably going to keep the back line. We're not going to change the back line at all. Essendon play reasonably early, so we'll see if Kako gets a good score. If he does, we can drop Henderson on the field. And over here as well, I believe that Eagles play before Sydney, so if Hewitt can have a decent score, or we might even try Simps. When did Freo play? Do we trust? One of these 2? And whoever gets, we're going to choose one of these 2. Maybe we can do it like this. There we go, because both of those guys got better chance of getting a better score than Kako. Hewitt and Simpson, if one of them gets a really good score, we can put Henderson on the field here for Marriage and put Marriage down here. Or we could go straight down here and put Henderson on the field down here to get Cooper's score. So we have options. Does that work? Eagles, yep. So that works. I wouldn't be able to do Eagles for Eagles, but we'd be able to do Warner. We could put Warner down there and then that up there. So, yep. So that's what the team's going to look like for this week. Predicted to get 2,483 with the row in there. We're still not too sure if we're going to do the row move. We'll see how we go. Leave me a comment down below if you think it's crazy if we're getting row in, or you think, look what happened with Marshall. We got Marshall in 470 with potential to go big, and he's gone big. So, Warner's done all right at the cheap price. At the value, we've done pretty good. After this trade, we've only got 2 weeks until the round 12 bye. So we got this week 11 and this week 12. At the end of round 11, we see the new DPP. So we're going to get a good idea who we really want to finish out our teams with. And round 12, and then we're going to have to start navigating these buys and making some plans to get some of these big boys in the team. So, if you want to see those plans, make sure you check out the new video. For this video, if you're still watching, would love you to hit that subscribe. Give me a like, subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. And that's going to be it for today. We will hopefully see you all again very soon. Hope you all have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you then. Take it away, Skip.